AI art is art, but AI is the artist. It's not your bag. Using it, well, that kind of makes you the bag holder. Art is the lie that enables us to realize the truth. That quote is from some dude named Pablo. I believe he was a painter. Before we had writing, and even voice itself, that first step of our journey to leave the cave came from within. Art was first, and as such, anything can be art. Is this toilet I'm on art? What if you turn it upside down and call it a fountain? Marcel Duchamp. Not an exact quote. In the modern age, we must then complete the looped question about AI. Never will I ever say I'm certain on any matter, but I have come to this new thought that's taken a good week or so to begin to properly flesh out. One of the ways you know who the artistry may lie with is this. If you can't make it without it, then it's not saving you time, but rather ego. Do you know how angry you have to make older artists who have long put up their craft? How much singular rage must be felt for them to pick up yet still older tools to fight what they see as the true threat of our time? One that comes from not just the body, but the mind. The enemy has no soul, for it's a great machine, and it was built for war. The year was 1930, and the Great War, named such because we could not envision another one of the kind. The Great War had made artists of the day feel like they had failed. No, that's not quite right. They had not failed. Art had failed everyone. Welcome or welcome back. I'm Man Needs a Code, with a quick reminder to not let anyone tell you what to like or sub to. Beauty, like art, is in the eye of the beholder. One thing every player may need to be reminded of: we don't need to play the game the way we're told it must be. We can forge a new path. It's what our kind has been doing for more than a minute now. In this video, we're going to look at the artist style of Dadaism, and where my working definition of art comes from. Okay, now, back to the past. The people who held power held many a party as the world became a land for no man. They were not meant for war. That was not their fight or their weapon. Instead, they would use their talent to try to bring a light to the war that truly was not so great. But they had a problem here. Their old ways, tested and true, had not done a goddamn thing to stop the barbarity around them. You want to see a war then? So be it. The time has come to introduce the world to that which is anti-war, to that which is nature, to that which is proudly anti-art, a form that no one created, a form that has ever been. It would ask the ever-important question: TF even is art? To begin, we deconstruct anything and everything. There are no limits. Next, we couple that with the truth of how much the current thought might not only be wrong, but beyond that, a danger. And finally, we acknowledge that the past is dead, and no one will save the day. They heard the call. This will be their moment, one that matters, one that's vital. With whatever blood of time they had left, they would fight the only way they knew how. Flip every rule and view what may remain, by learning that to truly learn anything, you must unlearn it all. Another quote: learn the rules like a pro so you can break them. Yeah, that Pablo guy again. I wish I could recall his last name. Oh well, not every artist can make it big. Words on a page, a stone, or in the mind can be everything, nothing, and both. Art is chaos. Your order came much later. Hans Art, a Dada artist, would cut small squares and then lay canvas down. Then he'd let them drop and glue them wherever they landed. The element of chance in art should always be there. Lady Luck may smile upon the faithful. She loves a good reason to put on her hat, you know. I honor this in my own work. I do a single take and upload. Come hell or high water, I'm determined to avoid convention and form. I watch it when you do. Walls only trap you within. They do nothing but present a fake world. One perfectly tiny enough to be managed. With data. It's quite big from what I hear. Art can be a truth, but it can also be a lie, a tool in each hand. You know that piece I just told you about? The falling paper one? I only just learned this a week ago. He didn't really glue them where they fell. If you look closely enough, you can see where they never touch. The odds of that are pretty small. But next, they're perfectly lined up and so close to touching in so many places, but perfectly does not. You can take the Mona Lisa and put a mustache on her. Also add some words there about being fire below the belt. It's a compliment. Think Kings of Leon. Art, at its purest form, will never keep a gate. Any artist worth their salt would be well to remember that. No one has dominion over art. We just borrow it from time to time. I'm not going to pretend any longer that using AI art makes you anything but a presenter. In that is also a bit of art, but the work itself was not done by you. And that's okay, so long as you admit it. If the art you're pulling off is the lie that you made it, well, on a meta level, I guess I get that. My gut, though, tells me that the real reason is one of the most powerful lies around, those famous words, I created. That and money. The greatest bulwark against any attack of my work is that it's mine. Once it's out, it belongs to the world, but I'm still the artist. When you're defending a lie, well, I don't know. I don't lie in my work. Perchance this might be why they get so defensive. I've got a hypothetical for you. Why would a dude in his 40s relaunch a Corona hobby project, willingly make a code to not ever do anything traditional, no intro, outro, jingle, or the like, make a pledge to never read a single ad on the channel? What could possibly be the motivation here, if not profit? A theory. Maybe it is what he can think of to do with his proudly defiant fight. That doing nothing has had no impact, so mayhap we try something a little new. One might even do it as to display what a human mind can still pull off without AI. Well, I don't claim I know anything, and in that, I'm already a league and a half ahead of whatever the machine can bring to the table. Part of being an idealist in my 40s is I have enough real-world context to taper my initial reaction with that of reality. Because just between you and I'm wrong a lot. But that phrase is power, and practice maketh the path, like manners and the man. Well, that about wraps up this one. Thanks for your time. As always, get good rest. Remember to hydrate. Consume something green if you can. Make good choices. And don't die. Art is whatever you want it to be. The artist, though, well, words differ for a reason.